Welcome back to our designing section and sketching your designs. Hopefully you've had some time to look at the various sources of inspiration and to produce your basic variations, distilling the essence of your design. Now we are going to go in depth into sketching your actual design to be something that can be implemented in Tableau. So as we said, the final step is to sketch out our bespoke data visualization. This will give us our basis for our Tableau design and build using the techniques we've learned so far. So what does this mean? Hopefully you have loads of paper in front of you, pens, paper, ink, random designs. But what we are going to do is go through our previous examples and take the ideas from inspiration to distilling to something that can be implemented within Tableau. So let's start with our cylinder charts. Do you remember these? So from an image of our test tubes, we drew out the following. But let's now turn this from distilling the essence to having a design. So we're going to sketch this out. What we will do first is to break this up into its individual elements. We have the container in gray and the actual value or the metric as well. So essentially we are going to have two cylinders that we will layer on top of each other. The individual cylinders are made up of two constituent parts. If you really think about it, they are literally a circle at the top and a modified circle at the bottom, where the bottom half of the circle is as is, and then we just lift it up and draw it at a different height. So in essence, the following. I've added dots to represent our circles because, as you know, I love circles. So yes, the final sketch looks like two circles, one for the top and another one which consists of a modified circle where the top is moved upwards and inverted. So again, can we build this within Tableau? Absolutely. The key is that we've taken our image, we've distilled it to have our cylinder charts, we've broken down the cylinder charts into its individual components, and now we have something that we can build. Once we have the basic building blocks, we can then complete the visualization. We'll show you a complete example with our sunburst in our final section. Let's take another example. Peacock feathers. Remember the following? Again, we can take this down to its individual components. This is essentially 3 circles. Those circles all have a different height. And essentially we have created this. This is our packed chart. The key behind this is that we will draw 3 circles, one representing each dimension. The color itself can have some representational value as well as the height. All we have to then do is to be able to draw the circles, to size them appropriately, to align them so that all the bottoms align, and then we have our visualization. Let's take another example. What about a Patriot chart? There we have it. Essentially, this is our circle as our container, and then individual points which are plotted on an X or Y axis. We will randomly position each of the element at a size and a color for indication and ensure that it all fits within our circle. So we can leverage the random undocumented function in Tableau to actually produce this, and we could all ensure that this fits. How about a sprinkled donut chart? This one I have to admit was challenging because I actually have built this. This is essentially 2 visualizations. One which is for the actual donut, so that sits in the background, and then we have almost our Patriot chart, however split up and segmented. And all we will do is layer them on top of each other to give us our visualization. Now, can we build the topmost visualization? That's actually pretty simple. The bottom visualization, that is a bit more challenging. You'll have to create your randomization to create the sprinkling effect. You can incise the sprinkles, you can color them to match the background layer which will be at top. But again, once we build both, we can align them, and there we have it, our bespoke data visualization. We could do this within Tableau. I'm pretty sure that most of you can build a donut within Tableau. Try to think about how you will build the bottom, the sprinkle section. And then once you could build that in the dashboard, just layer them on top. What about a tire tread chart? You remember this one with the arrows? So again, the first pass, our first distillation, produce something akin to our shape bar chart, which we know how to do with build. Is not too difficult. However, curving it is. There will be a challenge there. So the key for us is to think, how can we break this down? And you will do so as the following. As you can see, with our shape bar charts, we can just use an image. However, with our curved tire tread chart, we would have to draw each of the individual arrows. And that would mean plotting 3 different points, as you can see, drawing those points around a circle, and then connecting them. So how would we do this? Well, we'll use data densification. We'll create our points. We will draw essentially 3 circles. But for every arrow, we will connect those. So instead of connecting them, the points around the circle, we'll connect them for each individual arrow. And the middle point, we just have to move slightly further along. So we can actually build this within Tableau. Like I said, from the outset, the initial designs look like your shape bar charts, just using arrow objects, not too difficult. However, bending around a circle will require additional work, but I'm confident that as you've gone this far, you can actually build this. So back to sketching your designs. Take some of your previous sketches. Hopefully you found some inspiration, you've done some sketching, or you've distilled some ideas, you've created some ideas. And now what I want you to do is sketch them out in a way that we have our design elements. Do we have multiple circles? Do we have multiple points? How will we use data densification? Because once we start building this out, we are going from seeing an image to finding the essence of those images and having options to sketching them out in such a way that they can be built in Tableau. Once you have that, the final design, then all you have to do is think about your data. Once you have your data all prepped and ready, go into Tableau and start creating. So with your sketches, take some time, work on the design aspect, and then we are ready to move on. So see you in the next video.